Hi you guys, if you guys are interested in seeing how I achieve this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright, come get ready with me for church. I'm just so grateful. Life is so good right now and I'm just so thankful. I am so tired. I stayed awake so late last night. I kept meaning to go to sleep and then I just didn't really feel that tired. So I stayed awake I think up until 3 a.m. and now I'm kind of regretting it. I'm also running a little bit late as usual, so I need to quickly hurry up and get ready. This time I already chose 2 outfits, so whichever one I like better, I'll have to wear. So I'm not going to be in a rush looking for an outfit, which is always nice. I am truly so grateful. Life is just so good. I'm so grateful for God. Everything that I was once stressing about is all over. And I just feel so good and I'm just so thankful. Like, my heart is just so full. You know, for a while there, my life was just so stressful. I had so much going on. And, you know, things were so unpredictable, but I held my faith and I'm just so grateful. Everything that I was worried about has dissipated away. And I'm just so grateful. Life is really, really good. And it's fall, which is my favorite season because then you get to layer up and stay nice and warm. I always love bundling up and layering clothes. Life can be so stressful and it's just so hard to deal with sometimes. But at the end of the day, when you have God in your life, even when things are challenging and you're facing a lot of hardship, as long as you have God in your life, everything works out. It really does. You know, I always think back to when I didn't really have God in my life like I do today. And I just can't believe I lived life like that for so long. Life was just so dark and miserable and I felt so empty when I didn't have God in my life. And now that I have God in my life as a priority in my life daily, I feel so much different and I just wish that I could explain that better, but it's just, God is so good. You know, there was just a time in my life where I would see people preaching about God and Jesus and I just thought, oh yeah, I really didn't understand the depth of what they were experiencing, but now that I do, it's just, I want everyone in the world to feel this and I want everyone in the world to experience it. Like, having God in your life, it feels like you can face absolutely anything that you come against. And it's such a liberating feeling. Like, I really, really wish everyone could feel this. All of the challenges that you face, you realize that they're there to help you grow and evolve, and you start appreciating all of it. And it really does shift your life. And it's just so crazy because things that used to matter to me and I thought were like really big deals just do not matter anymore. Some of the worst things that can happen, I don't really aren't worse to me anymore because I have God in my life. And it's just, I know it sounds so cliche and you might not understand, but when you have God in your life, just things are just so different and your viewpoint of the world shifts so much. Some of the downfalls, I will say, are spiritual warfare, and I will admit my friend circle isn't that big, but at the end of the day, having Jesus in my life is all that truly matters to me, and I have a beautiful, wonderful family who loves me and supports me. And so this past week, my mom, Bella, has been really, really sad, really sad. So my mom wanted to find a new puppy, and Luna! My mom was looking for a dog for Bella because Bella was feeling super lonely and just really, really depressed, not having Chance, because she's been bonded to Chance since they were puppies. So I was looking online and I saw a post from somebody that we know who was selling puppies, and they had a whole litter of 7 of them. And it had been posted 3 days prior, and she had dropped the price down from $300 to nothing because she wanted them gone. So I messaged her, not really knowing if they were still there, but I was praying to God, hoping to God that one of them was still there, specifically the male. And by the grace of God, I messaged her and she got back to me probably an hour or 2 later while we're out visiting my dad. And thankfully, by the grace of God, the one that we wanted was still available. And right after I had messaged her, 2 people had messaged her right after me asking. So she told us, can you come right away? We were in Penticton visiting my dad, so we were just leaving. So as soon as we left, we headed over there, and by the grace of God, he was perfect. He's exactly what Bella needed, what my mom needed. He's such a perfect addition to the family, and he's so cute. He literally looks like a miniature version of Chance. It's like Chancey sent a replica, reincarnated version of himself to us. So I'm just so grateful. God is so good. Like before I got Luna and Angel, I was praying to God, praying. Before I got Luna, I was praying for a black cat. And by the grace of God, he sent me Luna. My uncle ended up finding her on the road. And you know, God just works in such mysterious, amazing, beautiful ways. And having faith, God will deliver. And it's just such a blessing. I will never forget the day I got Luna. She was so tiny. She was almost pretty much too tiny to be away from her mother. But someone had taken her away from her mama way too early and left her in the middle of the road near 7-Eleven. And it was just devastating. It was raining out. She was all wet and she almost got hit by a car. My uncle went over there and saved her. They waited to see if a mama cat would come around, but she never did. So they scooped her up and brought her home to me. And then after we got Luna, a year later, we noticed she was really lonely whenever we leave to like go to the grocery store or whatever. She would have some attitude when we'd get home for a little while. We could tell she needed someone, so I prayed to God, and it was right before Halloween. I found someone who had a bunch of cats, black cats, and I didn't even get to choose Angel. I gave him my crate, and I prayed that I'd get another black cat that looked like... So I wanted a cat that looked like the black cat from Sailor Moon, and then I wanted a black cat that looked like the kitty from Spirited Away. I didn't get to choose any of my baby girls, but they're both exactly what I wanted. By the grace of God, he answered my prayers. You just have to have faith that no matter what your circumstances are, you just need to have faith that God will answer your prayers, because he will. You might not know how it's going to happen, but you just have to have faith it will happen. So with that being said, this is going to wrap up the makeup look. So don't ever lose faith. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed Sunday today. I'll see you guys back in my next video. Peace.